Hi, thank you so much for joining me, Wendy Anderson, justbe.me. Like and subscribe these videos. In today's energy, I wanted to create some joy with a gratitude practice to many people that have been helping in the soul evolution and ascension. And you may not even realise that you've been participating with all of these little roles and little jobs that you've been doing. So as I read them out, you may not have had any level of awareness about what you've been doing, but as I read them out, you may think, that just resonates with me. I've been doing that role. I am one of those people. So this is, and you may have felt like, I'm not doing enough for humanity, I'm not doing enough for this planet. So this is for you to say an absolute thank you with gratitude from my heart to your heart. So I want to say thank you to all light workers, and all light workers will have had a multitude of jobs that they will have been doing, and you may even realise the jobs that you've been doing, but you have been holding the light for the whole of humanity. Huge, great big thank you from the heart. Ley line keepers. So ley line keepers, you will hold a certain energy, and again, you may not even realise that you're doing it. So your house will be on a ley line where it crosses. So you may feel kind of like you may see a mobile phone tower from your house perhaps. So this is an indication that you may be a ley line keeper. So wherever these mobile phone masts are is a ley line where they cross. So pyramids are where these ley line crosses as well, and lots of places of interest. Stone circles, Stonehenge, there'll be ley lines underneath there as well. Well, there's a St Mary's and St Michael's ley line underneath. The Stonehenge, that goes all the way across to France and all the way up to the north of England, and I actually live on that ley line at the north of England, right in the heart chakra of the planet. So the heart chakra has expanded. It was in Glastonbury, still is in Glastonbury, it's where it begins, but it's actually expanded, and it goes all up into the whole of Yorkshire now. So the heart chakra of the planet is bigger than it was. Heart space keepers, chakra keepers of the planet as well. I don't know if you realise, but anyone that is a heart space chakra keeper of the energy of that, wherever you travel to, you take that heart chakra energy wherever you go on this planet. So that is a beautiful job, that you share your heart energy and love wherever you go. And that is a connection with the planet wherever you are on it. So thank you to those workers that do that. So again, ley line keepers, also as well, there are 5G mobile phone mast absorbers as well. So there will be certain light workers that will be placed on the ley lines, and they may be in a close vicinity to these masts and mobile phone towers. They will be alchemising some energy for it, and they will be basically reducing the ill effects from some of these towers. So again, I want to thank all of you keepers for doing that. You'll be feeling, you may feel tired more on a Wednesday and a Sunday. For some reason, this seems to be when the radiation is boosted from these towers. So if you feel like those days are kind of like your days of rest, that is the reason why. You're amazing. Thank you for the job that you do for the rest of humanity. Elemental workers, and you may not even realise that you do it. So you may feel like, I need to walk in the forests a lot. So the elementals will jump aboard kind of like your energy field, so to speak, when you are walking in the forest. So you may feel like you want to walk across fields and things like that. There's new crops coming up at the moment. So the elementals are helping with the energy of the new crop growth, that they are basically getting rid of anything that has been genetically engineered that isn't serving humanity. So there's a new crop of barley that has been coming up at the moment. It looks bluer rather than green. And this is highly nutritious, and this is for animal feeds. So this is coming through as well to the animals, that they're getting more nutrition. When they're getting more nutrition, they're going to need less pharmaceuticals to keep them upright. And what my guides are telling me about how these animals are kept upright at the moment is disgusting, disgraceful, and animals should not be treated this way. Hence why people are feeling so when they eat meat right now, they may have allergies, sensitivities, and the meat isn't quite suiting their bodies. There's a reason for that at the moment. So hopefully that scenario will change as well. What you can do is bless your meat before you eat it as well. Give the animal a blessing. Thank you for its life, for its protein. But I know many people are choosing to turn away from eating meat as well. So whatever you choose as well, you know, the world accommodates all differences. And the world makes provisions for all different types of people, and that's the way it should be. Alchemists. So there is a world of alchemists out there as well. So you will have, shall we say, an energetic vortex in your sacral chakra. So the alchemist, you will be very sensitive to everything. You'll be sensitive to people's energy. You'll be sensitive to furniture energy. You'll be sensitive to going out in a crowd may be too much for you. You love people, but you need to come away from people as well sometimes and back off. And that's simply because you filled yourself up with kind of like a negative energy, and you are actually alchemizing the energy back into a positive energy. And you are built for this purpose. So you'll have a vortex within your sacral chakra. Not everyone can do this job. So you will be like empath. So you'll be very sensitive. So that's how you may know that you are an alchemist. So you've turned things from negative to positive. So basically you'll absorb the dark and you'll be transmitting the light. Rainbows. Rainbows, you are just so beautiful to be around. This is the first time you've been on this planet. This is the first time that you have experienced karma. Rainbows are normally children, but they are growing up now, and they are just beautiful to be around. So their role as well is to transmute karma. So they are helping us with their karma. So if somebody is really horrible to a rainbow, they'll not kind of like punch them back or be really horrible to them. They'll go, why did you do that? And they'll want to have an understanding why that person is hurting so much in order to hurt another person. They'll want to get to the root of why that karma started. So thank you, all rainbows. Crystals. Thank you, all crystals. So the crystals can be children as well. So crystals may be given the label of ADHD, very active. The crystals are here to get their parents off their mobile phones and devices. So when you're on a mobile phone or device, you are not being present with child, or kind of like you could be reading a story and thinking about what you're making for tea. That child will be angry, but it will not be angry with the parent, but it will display its anger in other ways. It will be very active, and it will basically make the parent be very present as to what that child is doing. And again, you know, some of the crystals are growing up as well, and they are very active, very sporty. Anchors are younger children at the moment, so I don't think we'll see very many grown-up anchors at the moment. Anchors will have a certain energy, and you will not be able to veer them from what they want to do and what they like. You will not be able to bribe them. They will be set in their ethics, their energy, unshiftable. They will have feet into the ground, and you will not be able to bribe them or like I say, do anything to get them to change their mind as to what they want to do. So if you're a parent and you have an anchor child, you may find them very difficult. So they'll be kind of like, you'll take them to the supermarket and they will have their mindset on taking their red tractor, and you'll be kind of like a parent thinking, God, I have to slap this red tractor around the supermarket, it's just going to be more trouble than it's worth. And you'll be trying to bribe that child and giving every reason under the sun not to take this red tractor. This child will be going, no, I'm taking that red tractor, whether you like it or not. That's when you know you have an anchor child. Thank you to all anchors out there. You are beautiful. And you will be great leaders in the future as well, because like I said, you're unbribable. So thank you. Truth keepers and whistleblowers. So you've put yourself in persecution pathways of speaking your truth of what you see, whether it's the truth, whether it isn't the truth. There's a truth in every conspiracy theory, and there's a lie in every conspiracy theory, and there are 7.5 billion people on this planet, so there are 7.5 billion truths. But you know what? Thank you, because you've put yourself in, like I said, persecution's way to speak your truth. That takes a lot of courage, a lot of bravery, and you have walked through fear to do that. So again, the world thanks you for the role that you have played in this. Knowledge catchers. So there are 4 pillars kind of in the universe, so to speak, and this is kind of like the picture I was given. So you've got your male pillar of judgment, you've got your feminine pillar, which is nurture, and you've got a 3rd pillar, which is spirit and connection to all things, but there is a 4th pillar, and the 4th pillar is knowledge. So there are some beings that wanted basically to open up this pillar to actually obtain the knowledge. The pillar has been broken open, so to speak. So there are particles of universal knowledge that are just, this is the picture or analogy that I was given, floating about in the universe. So with knowledge comes great responsibility. So there are some people that are taken on the role to actually be still sometimes and capture the knowledge from this that is floating around in the universe. Doesn't matter whether you understand it or not, it's just that you are holding on to it and you are a keeper of it. But with knowledge comes great power. So these people that are capturing knowledge, you have great responsibility and wisdom as to what to do with the great knowledge and the great power, and you will be not using it in order to empower yourself or to make somebody feel small or have an ego trip. So these people that are knowledge catchers, your ego will be very balanced with your higher self. So you will listen to ego, but you will also listen to your higher self quite equally as well also. So we thank you for those people that are holding this. It can be a burden at some times, but also a great responsibility of holding this knowledge as well. You may be speaking of some of this knowledge as well that you've received, and again, you may be ridiculed for it because it will be knowledge that it will go against kind of like what society know or have learned or have lived in for a long time. It may be it just may turn things kind of literally on its head. And you are carrying and holding this knowledge with great responsibility. We thank you for that. But you will be using it for humanity, not for your own gains. So thank you for that. Pathfinders and way showers. So humanity are entering into the realms at the moment of a blank canvas, a black chalkboard, in order for you to write your future. So there are people who are kind of almost timeline keepers as well. So they will have the ability to say, see 10 minutes into the future. So they are a pathfinder to see which reality is going to fit best for myself and humanity. So again, I thank you all for the pathfinders and the for those as well. Thank you. Peacekeepers and resolution finders. So these people may be counsellors, or they may be involved with people with addictions or health issues or things like that, and they will be looking at wounds, traumas, ancestral healing. They will be looking at maybe many modalities to help people forgive, get past the hurt, walk out of karma. You may have actually been in a managerial position as well in a company, and you'll be the person that will find resolutions and keep peace amongst, say, employees and employers. So that may be your role, and again, thank you to all of you as well. Plodders. So life's great plodders. So you are the backbone of society, so you will not like change very much either, and you'll just be quite happy doing what you do, and their life may stay the same kind of like throughout their life, and that's what you're comfortable with, that's what you're happy with. But we need you, we need life's plodders as well, because you are the backbone of things. So you may be kind of like the worker bees of humanity. So you'd be quite happy to do that and to take that role. The unsettled. So the unsettled, you can't quite settle in relationships, in jobs, in work, in where you're in your current situation. You'll feel unsettled all the time, so you'll have a lack of security or roots, but you're quite happy living that way. You remind the rest of us of the creator being within us, because if you were to ask an artist, well, the sculpture that you made, are you happy with it? An artist isn't going to turn around and say, yeah, completely satisfied with that, I'm done now with that, I'm not going to make another one. It's kind of like you're never going to get that response. An artist will always go, it's never finished, there's always room for improvement, and hence it aids the artist to create even more, to create the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. So the unsettled humans amongst us, you remind us of the creativity within us, and again, I thank you for that. Change inviters. So I know I'm one of these, I'm a number 5, I'm a changer. So who invite experience and adventure, living for each moment in the present and the now, without thought of past or future. So, these people will find it easier to just walk out of karma than kind of like other people. And there may be a little bit of all of these in you at some points, that some points you're quite happily plodding, and you may get to a point where you just think, I'm ready for an adventure. But the most important thing is that humanity, no matter who you are and what vibration that you are holding, you are hugely loved, every single one of you, for however you are choosing to be and whatever vibration you are bringing to this whole jigsaw puzzle. You are loved no matter where you are, and you are in the right place, and you are doing the right thing, and where you are is right where you should be. So love every layer of yourself. Try and accept every layer of yourself. It's not right or wrong, good or bad. You just are the way you are, and you are loved for exactly the way you are and exactly how you are being. The world makes provision for all, and we should, and we can, and it's not what is, it's what could be, because we are all creator beings. So I just want to give my gratitude to every single one of you for how you are being right now. And just to remind you that you are loved, very much so. So I just wanted to leave this energy with you today, to make your heart sing, to lift your vibration, to know your worth and to know that you are valued, and to collect and receive your good, because you deserve it, no matter who you are, no matter how you are being. And you all deserve love in abundance, and you all deserve an abundant life. So I will leave my love with you, and a great big gratitude and a thank you to all of you. Thank you hugely. Like and subscribe these videos, please. Every little like and subscribe helps the algorithms. Algorithms are so third dimensional as well. You know, they'll fade out eventually and we will all not need them. But for now, they are what they are, and they will help me glide this vessel along to help raise vibrations. So love you all, take care, have an amazing day, create joy and fun in your life, and gratitude for one another, for unity consciousness. However you are being, you are loved. Take care everyone, amazing day, love you all, bye.